Okay, so we're back, and here I'm going to use the trusty flathead to install some of the wires that go in there. So again, this was all zip tied, but in this case, I'm not sure if it's as complicated as the other one was. Still, it would have been nice if it had been a little bit more systematic in the way that it was done. This part is going to be a little bit more confusing because it looks like those pins mostly are of the same color, aside from the blue ones. So no, there's two blue ones, so that will be, if you get this in the wrong order, I'm sure that will be very bad. So let's unscrew some of these. And there's 4. Judging by the original, you need to unscrew them, and so as you unscrew them, it's the usual lefty-loosey, things come up in this case. So that then you can secure the wires in place. So we're going to do that for all of them since we're doing this. And there's another 2 here that need to be. It's always nice to be gentle with these things. They are so temperamental. Alright. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. This one. I'm going to have to unscrew 4 of them and try to make sure that they stay on in the right order. That's a bit of a challenge. So that's one of the reasons why I don't like things being zip tied like that, is it just makes your life so much more difficult when it comes to then doing maintenance on the machine. I mean, you can zip tie things, but you gotta make it more organized. Someone really screwed that in tight. That's another thing you never want to do. You don't want to screw things in so tight that then when you're trying to take them out, you just break in your hands. Alright, so this is going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm going to try to keep them in the exact order as they are, like this. And then turn this bit here. Try to get them all in so I don't lose track of what's what. He's getting there. Gotta tell you, this part of the process is not easy on the butt. Of course. This part of the process definitely requires 2 hands and a great deal of coordination. Not going in very well. I'm not sure why that is. Because I did definitely want everybody. Felt like they went in a whole lot better on the trees. Motherboard, but I'm hoping that that's enough. So you don't want to push them too hard and they waste them. Tiny little pieces. There's also a little thing for the fan here. Goes in there. But we can just hope for the best. Looks like as well as they possibly could go. Important thing is that they're in the right places now. Now there's two more of these, and this is easier because there's a red and a blue, so it's hard to get them mixed up. And again, let's see how this works out. The blue goes on the left. Is this one? Good. Felt it. Good. There. Again, don't push too hard or you're just going to break parts. There. Those went all the way in and these ones did not go all the way in. Not sure why. Anyway, that's your motherboard all connected up. So once you have that, you can start thinking about removing the one that's down there. Because at least you have a good plan of where everything is. So we'll do that. We'll now grab one of those trusty little wrenches that came with the machine and see if we can get these things loosened up. Wow. Again, I feel like really tight in these things. Alright, clean loose. There's two more, but they're so awkward to get to. Unbelievably awkward to get to. This was not very well designed. This bit can't even get in. And this is, in my opinion, it's a little bit of poor planning because the inside of the machine has so much space, but the way they set up the motherboard is like all cramped in this corner. And this makes it extremely tedious to try to unscrew. There, I got it, but it wasn't easy. There's two more of these finicky things. Luckily that one in the corner was not tightened too much, which made it quite easy to loosen, but this one on the outside, on the other hand, someone really went to town. Anyway, I will be back with the next part of the thing, because nobody wants to watch me do this forever.